Wolves asleep in midst the trees. Bats all a swaying in the breeze. But one so light anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags and wraiths. For your dolly Polly sleep has flown, don't dare let her tremble alone. For the witcher, heartless cold, paid in coin of gold, he comes, he'll go, leave naught behind but heartache and woe. Deep, deep woe. It's all silent for the night. Cows turned in as daylight dies. But when so light anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags and wraiths, my dear Dolly Pond.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Haunted Connection show. So we're bringing this to you from the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre in Hinckley, Leicester. And tonight we are going to be talking about some evidence, aren't we, boss?
We are.
Yeah,
Boss.
I'll let you explain what we're going to do.
Yeah, we want to do this because we do get so much evidence that's collected at the centre, and not everyone gets to see it. So we thought we'll show you some clips that's been captured recently. We'll get Jane's take on it, and we'll get my take on it, and we'll get your take on it. So they're all pictures tonight.
Yeah, so I will just say, look at the pictures and put all your thoughts and comments down. You know, if you're looking at the pictures, put your thoughts down, put your comments down, because that's what makes it a better show for us.
Yeah, otherwise we just ramble on. The first clip was captured by Spectre detectors, and there it is. What do you make of this guy here?
So was this a group of people? Because we perhaps ought to set the context of the picture, aren't we? So this was a group of people sitting in which room?
In the attic room. They were mirror scrying in the cracked mirror.
Okay, and this was
that
taken...
is a reflection.
Okay.
You can see the woman's hair there.
So is that the back of her head?
That's the back of her head.
Right.
So that is a reflection in the mirror. So
it's almost like he's leaning forward to listen to what she's got to say.
Yeah. So let's start with you, Jane. What's your take?
It does look. It's got sort of, I suppose, humanoid features, doesn't it? So
yeah, it's definitely
it's very interesting.
Definitely got eye.
Yeah, there's like eye sockets there. You can see the shape of a nose and a mouth, and definitely a jawline there, and his head. So very interesting.
To me, it looks alien-esque. Oh, it's a damned ugly bloke. And there were no men there.
So it was an all ladies team.
There was 3 ladies.
Yeah. I think it is a good photo, but again, it's just one of those pictures that it's difficult to explain, isn't it? And when you can't explain it, that's when it becomes even more interesting.
Yeah. Bloss says she thinks it looks like a skull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely got the features there, hasn't
Biff
it?
said, sorry, a bit late to the party. Okay, Biff, we'll let you off. So what do you reckon to that head? It's definitely a head, isn't it? There's
Yeah,
no
but it
disputing.
is. So it's weird because it doesn't blatantly look like a skull, does it? But then again, it doesn't look like it's got hair or any other. It looks like it's got eye sockets rather than actual eyes. So it is a strange one, but very interesting.
So yeah, what do you reckon to that, everyone?
I mean,
Please tell us your thoughts. Obviously, we can see the bigger picture.
You know, and it's not there was none of the ladies that sort of looked similar to that, you know, like perhaps with hair scraped back that was just sort of standing over her shoulder or anything.
No, I was actually in that room with them because I was
Yeah.
filming them. Okay. Bella Boo says, wow, spooky, looks like a skull.
Yeah.
Lisa says, I thought it looked like an old woman. Interesting. Yeah, I think
But it's not like got a nose hole though, has it? For like a, you know, like how you'd get a skull. It looks like it's got the sockets there, the eye sockets. But it looks like he has actually got a nose rather than there's not a hole sort of like where the nose would be. But you can clearly see his jawline, but you can't really see. You can sort of see a bit of a shadow like under his nose. I wonder if that's where his mouth was, but you can clearly see a jawline.
Yeah, it's a strange one. Plus said, I've just missed Jeanette. So yeah, okay. Any more thoughts on that picture from Spectre Detectors?
I don't suppose they've got the before and after pictures. You know how they always say you should sort of take 3 pictures.
Yeah, quite possibly.
But that is a good picture.
Lisa says, yes, that's what I thought, an old witch. So they did take another picture, a little bit different angle.
Oh.
What that is, I think that must be, I don't know, but that one looks like it's got body as well.
Yeah, it looks like a hooded figure, doesn't it? I don't quite know what the black, unless that's somebody's hair.
So that is the person mirror scrying on the right. But then here you got eye socket there.
Yeah.
Possibly one there. And
so it does look like, and it's definitely not one of our colleagues looking over her shoulder.
Definitely not.
Reflection.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Interesting. And that is captured in the mirror in the attic, which we do know is a portal. So that is kind of interesting. Again, most of these are from Spectre Detectors because they sort of specialize in photography, you know, full spectrum cameras and all sorts. So then we got this one, same session. Again, it's mirror scrying. So you can see the lady scrying, but then you've got that there. Let's see if there's a closer up of it. So
it is interesting, and it's definitely not the reflection of the items on the table opposite.
Definitely not.
Because where was this one took? In the
attic again.
Oh, it's still in the attic room.
Still
it's not in the occult room.
Nope. This says spooky young boy, possibly. So what do you reckon that is? It's definitely got eye, nose, and a mouth.
It looks a bit more like a sort of clown type figure, doesn't it?
Bellaboo said that looks one of your dolls. There's not a doll in the attic room though, because that is in the mirror in the attic. It doesn't look human.
Oh, so it does look a bit more like a clown type. If it's not got sort of human features, has it? I mean,
No.
You know, it just said you got eyes and 2 noses, but it looks more like it's sort of like a pumpkin face rather than rather than a human face, doesn't it? It looks that
is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
That
quite
is weird. Okay, let's get the next one. Okay, then. This one, to me, it looks like somebody is sitting on that. That is a chair.
Oh right, yeah, you can see it better. You need to perhaps bring the picture down a bit more in the.
Oh yeah,
because you can see it full screen. Yes, that's. Oh, you need to be able to see its head.
let's bring the camera out.
That's it. So it does. It looks
So
like
to me,
somebody.
it looks like a head there, body, and there's a bent leg there. And is that another leg? That is the back of the chair. So
I think that's
sitting.
somebody's arm, isn't it, on the other side?
Oh,
There,
could be.
that looks like
Yeah.
somebody's arm.
So it's sitting on the back of the chair.
But you can almost see his facial features as well, like with the mouth and.
So I think they've zoomed in a bit.
Yeah, it does look like there's some sort of entity sitting on it's the back of a chair, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's not even it would have been interesting if you got an SLS
Yeah.
running alongside it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if you'd have captured an SLS, with a figure in the same position, that would have been good.
Okay, going back to the one before previously, Bellaboo says a pixie face. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Lisa says, I was just about to say a clown or a dummy. Sorry, I can't spell the proper word. So yeah, so what's your verdict? What are your opinions on that? It's like a little entity.
But to me, it looks like it's got more than one face. It looks like it got, two sort of faces. Is it perhaps something a bit, is it perhaps one of our little demons?
Okay, which is interesting because Emma says it looks like it has more than one face.
Yeah.
That second picture.
Yeah, looking at it from here where I'm sitting, it does look like it's got two faces, or maybe even three.
Casey said looks like a man with a hat. Lisa says certainly looks like the one from before. Okay, so could that picture be of the face that was in the mirror?
Possibly.
And that, again, to me, it's very interesting. There's definitely something there.
And it's not like it's like a flash reflection or it's something like that, is it? It's definitely got an outline of some sort of body there. Put my jump on.
You're a bit cold.
Yeah, it's got a bit chilly with all that cloud about.
So let me just bring the next one up. Okay, this is just of a light. I don't know what that is. So those sort of lights, Jane, what do you think they are?
Where was this taken?
I don't know what room. I can't remember.
It's quite an interesting light anomaly, isn't it?
Oh, Emma, on the one before, I think it may have four faces.
It's difficult to say, really. Well, we have encountered a lot of light anomalies here, but that's probably the first one we've seen that sort of looks of golden in colour.
Yeah.
Because they're normally blue or white, and it looks like it's generating its own light.
It's obviously it's obviously a light that's moved to me. So the only logical explanation is a torch.
Right.
That we've moved, but they wouldn't have sent it me if it had been torched.
Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it?
Strange. Okay. Don't know what that is. I don't know what that one is. Okay, another light. Obviously, that is in the doll's room now because that's our Ouija table,
isn't it?
Honestly, that was our table. You know, the table with the letters and numbers on.
Yeah, Ouija table.
So
again, it's another good light
light.
anomaly, isn't it? You know, with their photography and their the way they capture these things, you know, with their special cameras and stuff, you know, it just says to me that these things are around us all the time. It's just that we haven't got the instruments or the capability of seeing them.
You got to bear in mind, all these that I'm showing so far were all captured on the same night.
Yeah.
So, okay, these are one of my favourites.
Oh yeah.
So what is that? To me, this is what I'm seeing, is there's a body there, and there's a wing there, there's a wing there, and some sort of tail there, and it's sort of giving off.
It's sort of fanned out, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, you can almost see the body. It looks like a body cavity, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like some sort of light reflection, or it does seem to have sort of features to it.
Yeah. Okay. Lisa says of the light. Let me just put that back up. That reminds me of those photos with ectoplasm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're back to this one. Bloss says fairy.
Yeah.
To me, it does resemble a fairy. I don't.
Yeah, but there's a couple of those, isn't there?
Cam says, "Hi guys, sorry for lateness. Just come back from doing 600 miles on the road.
Oh
You
dear.
must be mad."
I hope you're in a car, not walking.
And there's quite a few photos like that.
But that looks, you know, that looks good. It looks like it's sort of in flight, doesn't it? But it's not. It still looks like it's got wings, but they're moving really quick. You know, like say a hummingbird.
Yeah.
You know, when you know how they look. But it does look. It just looks completely different from any sort of light anomaly.
Amanda says if you turn it to the side, it actually looks like a dog's face. Which one? Do you mean? I've got to try and find it again there. No. Don't know. Rick says we worked with a couple of fairies. Yes, we did, Rick. So, but some of these captures these guys get. Look at that one.
I mean, look at that one. That looks.
See, and what makes it more interesting is they're not all in the same room.
No.
And they're not at the same time. So that one.
But they're not all. They don't all look the same either. I mean, that one looks sort of bigger and wider, doesn't it? But it looks like that one's got wings out the back. It sort of looks like there's wings. Yeah.
Wing there,
going
wing
out,
there.
yeah. Going
And
out from its shoulders.
Kind of a head there to me. Oh, what's this one of? Don't quite know what that one is of.
But that looks like a different one again, doesn't it?
Okay, Elaine says, "Hi guys, I'm pleased you like the pictures." It's Elaine's team that captured these photos.
Yeah,
and
they are good.
They are amazing.
Well, that one you can almost see the features on that, can't you? It looks like
again,
you can see the wings.
To me, that's a wing. That's a wing.
But it's almost like you can see the arms down by the side, and like
that's an arm, and that's an arm, and it's the arms are more translucent.
Yeah.
Than the body.
But like the body, it's almost like you can see a panel for the stomach and two sort of boobs.
So it's a female fairy.
Well, that's what it looks like to me. But even the head shape, you know, you can see the sort of features in the face, the two eyes and the mouth, and
yeah. If you want to see more photos, it's not just here that these spectre detectors get these sort of photos. I'm not sure if you've caught ones exactly like this before, Elaine. Please tell me. But they capture some amazing photography. I'm quite jealous. Lisa says pixie or fairy. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. That's what we're saying. Mandy says, wow, that definitely looks like a fairy.
Yeah.
And Bloss says she agrees with you, Jane. So, no, for the skeptics or the doubters, how would they explain that away?
They'll probably just say it's a figment of your imagination, or it's just a reflection. It's a reflection. When we had Blueface, people were saying that's a reflection of the person who's took the video. It's like, no, it isn't.
Okay, Elaine says, we have before, but we have investigated fairies before, so it's possible. Oh, that's cool.
And we do have fairies in this place.
We do.
I do believe in fairies. I do.
Jane does believe. Again, it's interesting. These, we're calling them wings, aren't in the same position, are they? And that's another light, another bright light.
Yeah.
But I do like them.
Yeah, they are good.
So I'm going to find another picture that was actually captured here on Saturday. Let me just...
See, these are all fairly recent, aren't they?
This was... I think I sent it to you, didn't I, Jane? Bear with me. Okay then. Yes, they were all a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, Elaine. So it's amazing. So the next picture.
That's my stomach. Sorry.
Do you not feed? Get fed. Okay then. Next picture. We've got that picture. Let's put the camera a bit nearer. Okay, as you can see, there's 3 people in this picture. There's one lady there, and a man there. That he is living. He must have just moved when they're taking the picture. But who's that?
Now this was taken as a reflection, wasn't it?
That's a reflection in the mirror in the attic.
Mirror in the attic room. So the question is, who is the man in the doorway?
So he is on the little square between the doll room and the corridor.
But it also looks like he's got a shopping bag as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it also looks to me like he's got a long coat on.
Well, I didn't know if it was. See, I didn't know if it was. So the only one I think it sort of looks like is the drawings I have of the two. I'm not. Oh, have I got them in my bag? Oh, I have.
Elaine says yes, beginning June, and we will be back. Cool.
Because I've got a thingy, a drawing of the 2 men on the stairs, and I think this is the other one. Where are you? Come on, chaps. See, now this is my drawing of the 2 men on the stairs. So not the man at the front with the bowler hat.
So you're talking about
the man, yeah, that side.
Him.
Yeah. So I think it's him. Because his head sort of... But that would be the first time we have actually captured him. Because there is a photograph of the other one with the stick. We've actually captured him, haven't we? Someone has captured his reflection in the door. And we know he was seen by a little boy who did actually draw his picture. And quite a lot of people have seen him. So is this the other man on the stairs.
See, to me, he's got a long coat on.
Yeah. Well, these, you see, I've got him with some sort of
coat.
Coat.
Now, the only downside is Ant was doing another tour at the same time, but Ant says they were not there and no one stood there. So it's.
But there's enough sort of light there, isn't there, to, you'd think you'd be.
So.
Unless somebody from that group or whatever came forward and said, "Oh, actually, that's me. I was actually standing in the doorway."
Yeah. We don't know.
It's difficult to explain, but that I do think he could possibly be that other man that's on the stairs.
Yeah. Okay. Mandy says, I've just screenshot it and lightened the pic, and it actually looks like an alien with big black eyes.
Oh.
We like aliens.
Unless it's little E.T.'s dad come to pick him up.
We don't know who that is. And like Jane says, unless the other people come forward and say, sorry, it was me, it's, I wouldn't release that as evidence to the general public because I just don't know, but it's interesting. Cameron says, yes, I can see the eyes. So do you think that figure is the same figure we've caught years ago standing up in that doorway?
Well, at the time, people thought that his name was Richard, didn't they?
Yeah.
And that he was more protecting the people, he was more of a figure of sort of protection, wasn't he? Protecting the children in the room and that. But I'm not so sure that was the case.
Okay.
So it's
kind of interesting though.
I think it's very interesting catching a shadow in the door like that. I mean, it's clear as day, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, Amy pointed out when she saw the picture. Let me lift it up, get it better. You see these three people here?
Yeah.
Is there a shadow behind them as well? In there.
Yeah, but there's a light on the floor, isn't it? So if it's shining up, that more likely is their shadow. Yeah, that's more likely is her shadow.
Yeah, so let's find out some more, shall we?
It's a very good picture.
Okay, bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves.
Blah blah blah.
Okay, Andrina says, when you enlarge the picture, there's another face in front of the black figure. I like how we both go. Okay, then this is one that it's a little video, and then she says, in grey. Okay, well, have a look at that. This is a video. It's probably going to replay. So let me just take it back to the beginning. Okay, the story behind this one. The Haunted Live guys were doing an investigation with guests. Can you remember this one?
Yeah.
The quality isn't fantastic because this is taken from our very old CCTV system.
Yeah.
Which we haven't upgraded, but we're just installing it now. So Jason, this is Jason from the Haunted Live, and they just saw the Bob's Clown move. More than one person saw it move. And they said, unfortunately, Jason's head was in the way.
Yeah.
But then they went back, and if you watch Bob's Clown is right behind Jason's head. See it move? So that's Bob's clown. So we'll take about. I've got the camera right in front of the screen. So Jason will move, and this clown here moves.
He moves onto his other foot.
See? But it actually moves up.
Yeah, he actually moves against gravity because he's sort of standing back on his back foot, but he actually moves forward onto the front of his other foot, which is actually moving against gravity, which is really quite interesting.
So please tell us what your thoughts on that. It will keep looping.
Yeah, and it wasn't anybody. They tried to recreate it, didn't they? They walked around the floor. They stomped on the floor. They were moving around, and they could not recreate it.
Excuse me. I do think that footage actually made it to the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
Obviously, people said it's the cameras, it's a glitch in the cameras. But surely, if it was a glitch in the camera, these would move as well. But they don't. See, they don't move at all as far as I can see. But this one here, that's Bob's clown. The reason also is, if you see the other clowns are facing out, and they move Bob's clown so he's facing in. Did he not like facing in? So again, tell us what you think.
But quite a few times we have caught SLS cameras sitting, a little figure sitting with Bob's clown, haven't we?
Yeah.
On the table.
Yeah. So please put your comments in the chat and tell us what you think of that clown moving. Okay, Sarah says, could it be the movement from the floor as he walked away? No. They tried and it didn't move. I know that floor in the doll room is spongy and some of them do move, but it didn't move. So they tried that.
But if it was if it was because of the floor and the table was sort of bounced by the floor, he would have moved back, wouldn't he? He would have moved with the force of gravity.
Yeah.
So he would have gone onto his back foot. But he didn't. He actually went onto his front foot.
Mandy says to me, it looks like the footage that jumps. Fair comment. But the others don't jump though. So again, it is kind of interesting. See the other two.
Yeah, nothing else jumps, does it?
Don't move. But as with anything that we're showing tonight, I'm not saying it's complete evidence. It's
we're just sharing.
We're just sharing it. Sarah says it's interesting footage. Always thought there was something about that clown. Yes, he's a special clown.
And he has got a music box in the back of him as well.
Yes.
And sometime when we very first came here, and Bob's clown was one of the first items that was in the centre, and his music would play even though he'd not been wound up. He'd not been, we'd not set the music going or anything. His music would just play, and sometimes it would just ping. Yeah. Just like the first note of his music would just ping, and that used to happen quite regularly.
Okay, that's fine. Can't play audios because we won't pick it up. Let me just. Okay, we'll show you this one. This is obviously this is not evidence. It's just something that's happened. That is the ankle of Kim from Dusk Till Dawn events. She felt a scratch on her ankle, and when she went outside, she saw she got blood on it.
But she wasn't scratched.
She wasn't scratched.
It wasn't her blood.
I don't know.
Because if she wasn't scratched and she got blood on her.
So, again,
interesting.
I just want some more pictures because we won't be able to hear videos anyway. Oh, this is one of our favourites. Let me just. Now this next one it's been slowed down. Let's just lift it up so you can see the full amount. This is captured by the SDC paranormal team. What you got to watch is in that section. It is slowed down, so it might seem a bit jumpy, but. See, there's something. Perhaps I'll go.
Definitely somebody there, isn't there?
See, there's something there.
See, what's really interesting about this clip is this was a locked off camera that was pointing to the seance or the attic room door, and the door was closed. So the camera captures this this thing actually going across the door, and it's like he goes when he's gone across the door, it's like it then goes into the room.
So what you're looking at is that area there. See, something is starting to form. Then it forms more, and it's there, look. And then there's also something around here as well. Well, it's a flash. Oh, perhaps I missed it. See, there's a flash around here.
So a few people have said it looks like a soldier. Yeah, you can sort of see the he sort of looks at the camera there.
So it's that figure there. So what do you think of that one? Bloss says, remember this one. Yeah, it was a locked off camera. There was no one there. Lisa says, I actually thought there was something forming in the middle. Yeah. So that is it. What it is, I don't know.
Right.
So do you have any
theories? A few people have said it looked like a soldier, didn't they? You know, like with his hat on.
So let's take it back again.
So you just sort of see
that light there.
Yeah.
What is that?
But just at that point there, it looks like he's looking at the camera with his hat on, and then he turns his head, and he looks like sort of like a modern day soldier,
and walks away,
and just walks into the room. There, look, that image there. That's where quite a few people said it looks like a modern day soldier with his hat on. To
me, you know these baby scans you get.
Yeah.
It looks like one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the rest of his body's not there, is it? And this is against a closed door.
Yeah, that door is closed. Okay, some comments. Manny says, me too, a little girl or lady in a dress. Bella Boo says, I find the attic room the most creepy and definitely feels different to the other rooms. And Sarah says, looks like something was trying to manifest itself. Good catch.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I'd say is, please watch the next series of Unexplained Caught on Camera. You might see that one. It's interesting. There's definitely something there, and it definitely forms because there's nothing there.
But
It looks like
it's
starting
just
to
them
fall.
two sort of frames really that sort of get to me, because it's like he looks at the camera. He's like you know, he's aware of, and his head turns like there. He's looking at the camera, and then his head turns, and
And
you
he's
see him from
walking
the side,
back.
and he just walks, carries on walking.
That is freaky.
It is. It's almost like he knows he's being, you know, he knows it's there.
So what do you think when they realise they've been caught? Do they think, oops?
You see, I think this is just what they do. They're just doing what they do. And sometimes we're fortunate enough with the right equipment or people just being in the right place at the right time, and they take the picture and they just manage to capture them just doing what they do.
I'll just try and get another piece. There's so much. Bear with me.
Over the last 4 years, we have managed to capture so much stuff.
That's the same bit. Must be more. A lot of them are videos which we can't play because you won't hear it. Okay, let's do this one. Because that's kind of a cool one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay then, we did a night with Penny Griffiths Morgan. She did a talk, and then we did an investigation with Penny. Penny and her group. Were you in? I don't think you came that night, did you?
No.
Okay then. That face was captured in the war room.
It was in the corner, wasn't it?
It was in the corner of the war room. My only explanation could be it's one of the polystyrene heads, but there's not one there. And as you can see, people have lightened it and changed it.
But it just looked like he's sort of got some sort of uniform on as well. You can sort of see the outline of his arms. But Penny did think it was the chap she'd been talking about, didn't she?
Yeah, it was. Was he? Don't know if it was a Polish airman or it was a European airman who was on the Allied side. And Penny found all the information about him because they got a name through. So what do you reckon to that one then, guys? It does look like he's got a helmet on or a cap or something just there. Like I say, my only thought was it was polystyrene head, which we have up there. But
and a couple of people said it might have been the mannequins, but there were no mannequins there, were there?
No, there's no mannequins with heads. Biff says Norwegian, I think. Yeah, because Biff was here. Biff was actually in that room when that was taken. Again, easy to discount because unless you're there, you don't really know the full effect anyway, do you? But let me know what you think of that photo. Oh yeah, that's jogged my memory. Biff says one of the 3 people who got out from The Great Escape. You know the famous movie?
Yeah.
Only 3 Allied soldiers or airmen actually escaped and they never got caught. He was one of them. So,
yeah,
and
it's a good catch.
That's who Penny
This
thought
is why
it was.
I always think thought and the power of what you say and the power of thought is so powerful, particularly with Spirit, because she was doing a talk about him and she was talking all about the situation. And I do think he would have heard that.
Yeah.
And he's actually come through and shown himself, and he's allowed himself to be pictured, captured on film. And it always amazes me how the spirit world works sometimes.
I think it's brilliant, personally. Let me get some more. All these are on our evidence page as well, so if you want to have another look, I'm not going to show table 2 because I don't really think that's... Oh, we've got to do that one, haven't we?
The old favourite.
Emma says, to me, it looks like he's wearing one of those fur hats. Quite possibly. Okay, this is one of our favourites. Now, explain this one. So what we've got in that picture is...
There's just so much going on in this picture, isn't there?
We've got Viv standing there doing mirror scrying. She's not doing it in the black mirror. She's doing it in the one at the side. But if you look at her face, you can't see it very well on the camera. But if I go in, if you look at Viv's
just
face,
a normal mirror, isn't it?
that is just a normal mirror.
And that really is not her face.
That is not Viv. I've got cables everywhere.
And then we've also got, as you see in the door of the attic room, there's some sort of creature coming out of it with his head.
There. Again, that's...
And again, people have tried to lighten these photos, change the contrast and things like that to highlight these pictures. But that is something that we just can't explain.
To me, it looks like a snake.
Yeah. But then also, if you look on the right-hand side of the door where the
yeah, just there,
this black shadow, somebody is standing there, but nobody was actually standing there when the photo was took. So this black shadow sort of appears on the picture like somebody's standing there, some sort of small hooded figure, and there was nobody there. So we've got 3 things going on in this picture that...
Okay, let's put some comments up. Sarah says, I agree, Jane. Penny doing a talk that night could quite easily have brought him forward to show himself. Yeah, we believe that. Cameron says, looks alien. Yeah. Mandy says, it looks like something from the Gremlins. So what is that? Is that main thing in the doorway?
It's just a photo of just...
Is that a creature?
Quite a few sort of extreme things. I mean, if you'd have caught any one of them, those 3 things, Viv's face in the mirror, that sort of creature coming out the door, and the black sort of shadow hooded figure, if you'd have caught any one of them on their own, it would have been brilliant. But that picture just seems to capture so much that we just can't explain.
Fantastic. Emma says, is that what untied Esther's laces at the seance? No, I don't think he was down in the seance. Biff says, Peter Bergslang for the Penny picture. Yeah, that's his name. That's who Penny thinks it was. And he was a bit of a womanizer. Going back to this one, Lisa says that looks demonic. And then Mandy says, was the lady's top green?
No, I don't think
it was, but I can't put I wouldn't stake my house on it.
In that picture there, it's not green,
I think it's white. I do think it's white. So the only people in the part of the building was Viv and I think it was Anne taking the picture. That's all, and the only light is the light that Viv's holding. So I think her top looks white or cream, but I can't. I won't stake my reputation on it. I think that
picture just sums up everything that we everything about the HAPRC.
You just don't know what you're going to get. And again, watch Unexplained Caught on Camera in September. You might see it again. I'm going to get in trouble telling people. Again, that's
that one. Go up.
Go up. That way?
That way there, that light anomaly.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Okay, let's do that one then.
So at the centre, we see quite a lot of light anomalies, but some of them are huge. I mean, when you talk about orbs and things like that, I mean, we do have a theory about orbs, and we don't discount every single orb. You know, there are some of them that are really quite interesting, but we do see some very big light anomalies, and this one was pretty huge. We have seen like cones of blue light. We've seen lots of blue lights in the centre as well, but this one was captured, and it was quite a big one, wasn't it? I mean, you can see with the shelving at the back, this one's probably, I don't know, probably a bit bigger than a football or something.
That item there behind it is the baby gas mask. So that is, you're talking...
Yeah, it's probably bigger than a football.
1.5 feet.
This one was probably about the size of a beach ball then. Probably about that size. So
again, that's kind of interesting.
So let's have your thoughts on light anomalies and orbs.
Let's
open that can of worms.
Now you're opening the can of worms. Okay then, that is David from Haunted Finders. I think it's one of their first nights up here. He was doing a lone vigil sitting in the occult room, and when he came out, he felt he got scratched, and he'd got this scratch on his head, on his neck.
Yeah, it's quite a long...
Ignore that. That's just Judy saying hello to everybody. So, what do you think of scratches?
Yeah, I mean, I've been on some investigations and seen some really interesting scratches.
Mandy says that looks sore. I don't think it was too painful, but it felt like it was burning. But he was sitting on the little steps leading up into the attic with his back to the attic.
Yeah.
Which is where you kind of expect that sort of thing. Again, let us know your thoughts on the scratch. I must have some more. Another couple, I think. Oh, perhaps we only got time for one more. Shall we show that one?
Yeah.
Okay, Emma says about David, looks like he's had a rope around his neck, which is interesting because we've got a school and we believe the man got hung. So, our old haunted box.
Yeah.
Which has unfortunately been opened by a team. But hey, that's life.
Yeah.
Okay. These two, it's a little box that was completely sealed in wax, red wax, and Jane did some work with it. And this is the entity that she picked up. So, most distinguished part of it is a long, pointy nose.
And the black eyes.
And the black eyes. The next, this picture is Jacqueline Dixon. Her face, look, she was holding the box, which is in her hand there. And her eyes look black, and she's got a long pointy nose.
Face really changed, didn't it, to look like this guy?
And then the third one, let me see if I can get closer in. This is a thermal camera. You can't see it very well. Thermal camera, but just somewhere there.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
It's a face, and it looks to me he's got black eyes and a long pointy nose.
So that third picture was captured by somebody just standing in the doorway of the occult room, because the glass dome was on top of the sideboard at the time, and he just took a picture of the room, and only when you zoomed in, because the box was inside the glass dome, and you can sort of see his figure. So we've got 3 sort of pieces of evidence there, all looking very similar in character to this chap, and he wasn't a particularly nice chap.
No, but he's gone now, isn't he?
He has. Unfortunately, when we sort of trusted someone or some team to be up here, they did actually take it upon themselves to open the box and take all the wax off it. And we now can no longer sort of feel this presence of this chap here. So unfortunately, we don't think he's with the box anymore.
But hey, we're not changing the way we do things. We're not going to put stuff behind glass. Bloss says it's scary when the table tries to squash you. That happened on the other seance.
Yeah.
Table tried to squash Bloss. How dare it? Let's do this one because I like this one. Mandy says that's awful. Yeah, but
that's one of the risks you take when you have so many items that are not under glass and you trust people to look after your stuff.
Yep. Okay then. That is that's taken in the mirror. It's a reflection from a lady doing mirror scrying. Now you can't see the lady in the picture because she's down here, but to me, there's a figure standing behind her. To me, he's got whiskers. He's got pointy ears. Some sort of hood. To me, or I think to me it looks like hood, eyes and nose. So
it's quite an interesting catch, isn't it?
So what do you reckon to that one, Jane? Who do you think that could be?
Well, again, the word that sort of came to me when we were first seeing it was sort of warlock. It was it felt like it was some sort of creature, not human, but some sort of I don't want to say demonic or sort of evil, but just some sort of dark entity, really.
Bloss says goblin.
Yeah.
Becky says, have you still got the picture sent you? One of the mirror eyes in the Sans room and the one with the lady. Yes, I have. We will show that we will do more of these because I enjoy doing these. Yes, Becky, I've got your picture. Lisa says, to me it looks like a skull, although I think it does have horns.
Yeah.
Mandy said it doesn't look very nice. But then it doesn't look very nice, but just because it doesn't look very nice doesn't mean to say it's nasty
or evil or demonic. Yeah. I think we're programmed so much to think that anything that looks bad or ugly or sort of dark is automatically demonic and evil.
Yeah, it doesn't. Stop messaging. There's some really nice creatures.
That's the message just popped up on there.
There's some really nice creatures on this planet that are damned ugly.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean to say they're nasty. So, our time's up, unfortunately.
It's gone really quick.
I hope you all enjoyed looking back at some of our photos. Like I say, please look out for the unexplained caught on camera because Bloss says Neil seems nice. Liz says, I could mention a few. Yeah. We all know. Yeah, in September, Unexplained caught on camera. We hopefully we're going to have some clips on there because they spent a day filming with Jane and myself.
Yeah.
Scary as hell that was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it's two of the scariest things on there.
To be honest, the scariest thing about that day is when they says, just talk to each other and explain. I thought, what? So I hope you enjoyed looking back at some of our pictures. It's interesting. We think they're fantastic. Great show. Glad I got the notification. Thanks. We were due to do a Demon Files Sunday, but we're not because Jane's away, gallivanting off. So we will do the next Demon Files very soon. It will be on a Sunday. Whether it's the Sunday after, I'm not sure.
More likely it will be the Sunday after, because I think that's when it was originally planned.
Was it? It depends on if I book somebody in.
This is probably what knocked it off course in the first place.
But we will
Never
be doing
mind.
the next Demon Files very soon. It is going to be slightly different this time. So we're just going to say thanks very much for watching.
Yeah, and thanks for all your comments, and thank you for joining us, and hopefully we will see you all soon.
Don't forget the para meet in September.
Yeah.
Was asleep in